If you catch someone telling lies or just saying things that are completely untrue, don't say this. I'm sorry, sir, but I believe this information to be a falsehood of the highest level. I beg that you retract your comments at once before you make yourself look like a fool any further. While that may sound colloquially British, it's not what we would say. In fact, we would say something a lot shorter. And you're telling Porky Pies right now. British sayings you can adopt to become more British every day. Now this one isn't specifically one word, but it's a way that you can use certain words to insult someone. If you take any inanimate object like this wallet, you can use that word to basically call someone an idiot. For example, I forgot to lock the door on my way out, and I think some people have came in and trashed the house. Whoops. Oh, for God's sakes, you silly wallet. Why would you do that? Certain words have more emphasis than others, like wallet wasn't really the best word, but if you say twig, mug, table, bench, or any word that just sounds sharp when you say it. And the insult comes from the fact that you are comparing someone to something that isn't a lie.
Always found the way that they speak to be funny, and most of the time it would get me into trouble. So, like, oh, you silly wanker. I had a hiccup there, and I had to drink water. No, water is good for you. But honestly, growing up, I found them ridiculously funny that sometimes I could not concentrate in school because I had this English street teacher. You see, sometimes, I get the words wrong because instead of learning, I was busy laughing.
When the weather is miserable and it's raining outside with no sign of stopping, don't say this. Oh no, it's raining. Oh no, there is rain, precipitation on the ground. Instead, say this. It's fucking pissing it down outside. How fucking typical is that? Typical British weather is pissing it down. Whenever I hear this phrase, I like to think of it as God pissing on us for all our sins, like colonization and...
You know, I always give grace to those that acknowledge who they are. Like, it's like almost as if God is punishing them for their destructive behavior. But you see why I'm laughing all the time in class? Who comes up with that? Oh, for us it was formal though. The teachers, it's raining outside. But when you get to the slang part of British, it's pissing.
Are you ever with someone who is the most excruciatingly stupid and dumb person you've ever met in your life, and just hearing them talk is enough to make you lose brain cells? Well, if that's the case, you should call them waste man. And that's not to be confused with the people who empty your bins on a Monday. A waste man is someone who is a waste of space. This word is often used best when you say it to that person directly. Shut up, waste man. Shut up. So next time you want to insult someone, don't call them an idiot, call them a waste man. It works every time.
Oh, shut up, you waste man. Honestly, I can imagine myself saying that. Shut up, you waste man. In South Africa, they would look at me like, and then? Wat gaan aan? Oh, when's aan manje? Oh, hoe diragalang? What's happening now?
If you see someone that has a nice behind, the worst thing you can say is, wow, they have a nice bum. The best word you can say is this. Damn, that girl got bunda still. Wow, look at that girl, she got bunda. Bunda is the word. Don't say butt, don't say bum, say bunda.
Like, why does it sound like an African person come up with that word, bunda? Bunda, wena. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it comes out as if it's African. Bunda. Ejo di bunda zao, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get the drift? It was like an African person come up with that word. I cannot imagine a British man with all the things that they come up with. Pissing, wankers, waste man. And they can come up with bunda? Bunda. Hello, no. But let me know in the comment section what you think. And while you're at that, if you have not subscribed yet and you're still watching this video, please subscribe. It really helps. And let the algorithm know that you're feeling the vibe. You're feeling me. You're the, But let's let's go. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Next time you're near an off-license or corner shop, don't speak like this. Hello, good sir, owner of this establishment store. What array of wonderful items you have available. Instead, you want to say this. Hey, yo, boss man, boss man. There is no compliment higher to a store owner than being called boss man. Not only will it make them like you may get a discount. Hey, yo, boss man, get me 2 vapes still. For you, sir, for you, half price.
Hey, capo. I guess they will get it if I say it in Italian. I guess by now you can tell that I like Italy a lot. Like I said, I don't know if you guys watched the video. I'll link it up somewhere here. But it's somewhere in correlation with this video. But I talk about Palermo as well. Well, not in great detail, but I talk about the fact that I like, you know, the south, Palermo, because there's the north of Italy where people really complain a lot that Italy is blah blah blah, and then there's the south where they also experience a lot of discrimination that most foreigners who are POC, people of color, experience. So the Italians on the south, I could be wrong, it could be the north, blah blah blah, sort of, but I usually jinx them like this. But the other side, like the side of Sicily and then the side of Milan, and you can see also how with the economy as well, like it's really bad with on the other side, like in Palermo, Trapani. I know it, it's just that I'm not familiar with the area of location, but that's the place I want to go. That's the place I would love to go there. Like, guys, if you want to donate, you can donate by watching my videos, and also there's a PayPal. Like, that's my dream to go there. Like, it's my dream. Like, my biggest dream is that one. But let's move along. Let's move away from the dreams.
Today's word is Muppet. And I'm not talking about these Muppets, like Kermit the Frog or Elmo. I'm talking about the extremely British phrase that basically means idiot. Here's an example. Really sorry, mate, I know that you wanted some normal tea, but I accidentally got you decaf. Oh, I wanted normal tea, you silly Muppet. You really are a stupid Muppet, aren't you? How can you make such a massive mistake like that, you Muppet? My day is now ruined. If you want the caffeine, you could always have a coffee. Why would I have a coffee when it's tea time? Muppet. It's 3 o'clock. It's tea time, you Muppet. Something about saying Muppet just has so much more oomph to it.
Yeah, like that oomph, like, yo, Muppet. Yo, Muppet. Yo, Muppet. Because I was using Muppet a lot.
Today's phrase is Bob's your uncle. Now, this isn't me specifically telling you that your uncle is called Bob. I mean, he could be called Bob, but that's not what I'm trying to say. Bob's your uncle is a phrase you can use when you complete something. For example, excuse me, mate, my car's broken. It won't start. So what's happened here is your exhaust manifold has forthwith been undernied in the thing. So if I just do this, Bob's your uncle, there you are. Should be fine now. Oh, thanks, mate. Thank you so much, mate. It's just the British way of saying, hey, press. What I don't get is why us British people feel the need to abbreviate everything. Like, it would start out with something fun, like someone called Barry could be called Baz. You know, you call your mate Baz. Or you say, I'm just going down the chippy. Sounds brilliant, you know, chip shop, chippy. But what I don't get is why we're now calling things like the cost of living crisis, you know, a crisis. Cos he lives. Cos he lives. Do you think people in the 13th century were calling the Black Death Blackie D's? I don't think so. Do you think people will start saying stuff like, oh yeah, my husband just got done for Manny Slaughts? You know, manslaughter. Ooh, Manny Slaughts. Yeah, my hubby, he's just going to prizzy for Manny Slaughter. If you catch someone telling lies or just saying things that are completely untrue, don't say this. I'm sorry, sir, but I believe this information to be a falsehood of the highest level. I beg that you retract your comments at once before you make yourself look like a fool any further. While that may sound colloquially British, it's not what we would say. In fact, we would say something a lot shorter. And you're telling Porky Pies right now. I know what you're doing. This guy here, he's telling Porky Pies. You might be wondering, what in the Sweeney Todd am I talking about? Basically, Porky Pies rhymes with lies. So instead of saying lie, we say Porky Pie. Or Porkies. This is a great way to call someone out without making it seem overly confrontational. Because us Brits hate being confrontational. And yes, I am aware of all the terrible things we did in the past, but if it comes to just calling someone out, we're not very good at it. So instead we come up with stupid phrases like Porky Pies to avoid any true confrontation.